What's good, everybody? I'm here with my friend Adam, YGO or Chaotic Neutral YGO on YouTube. Before we get into his deck profile, I want to say that I'm finally over 100 subscribers, and he is over 50 subscribers. So we're doing a joint giveaway.
Giveaway time.
We're still trying to figure out what to give away, but you'll see that. Anyway, what did you play today?
I played Dynamorphia. Of course, I have a video of it already on my channel. Last week I brought a Dynamorphia. This week I brought something a little different. Dynamorphia, but with the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon package mixed into it.
How did you end up playing the Dragoon package?
Not as often as I thought. It came up a few times. Won me one of my games.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I didn't really like it as much as I thought I did. I ended up siding out the package a lot of the times, but it was a fun little experiment. I had a poll on my channel asking people what they wanted to see. Dinomorphia Dragoon won, so
that's cool.
We did it, and didn't like it as much as I thought I would, but it still performed well. 4-0.
4-0 undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's see what you got.
All right, cool. So we'll start with the dinos. We've got 3 Dinomorphia Thresia, 2 Dynamorphia Diplos.
No, we hate Diplos.
And 1 miscellaneous source. So for your Thresia, basically, if it's normal special summon, you get to set a Dynamorphia card directly from the deck.
Crazy.
Then with Diplos, I'll be honest, this card sucks. I hate this card. But
we were talking about that off camera.
But these are the only 2 Dynamorphia main deck monsters in existence right now. Hopefully, we'll get more in the future, but until then, this is what we got. 3 is too much. You don't want to see it in your hand. 1 is too few. You still got to be able to fusion. So we're at this. It technically has an ability where you can send, if it's normal special summon, you can send a Dynamorphia card from your deck to your graveyard, but unless you're sending an intact to shield yourself from damage or whatnot, it just doesn't really do anything.
It sends a Dynamorphia card?
Yeah, Dynamorphia
seems like
card.
that'd be really cool with that super rare fusion.
Yeah, but it's mainly it's just there for name mainly. Then of course 1 copy of hashtag Have You Read Miscellaneous Saurus.
Absurd card.
Yes, as much as I hate it, it does frankly deserve to be at 1. It's absolutely nuts. But basically, use it to protect your dinos on the field. You can quick effect, send it from your hand to the graveyard for the remainder of your turn. Your dinosaurs are un-F-withable. and then it also has an effect too when it's in the graveyard. You can banish a number of dinosaur monsters, including itself, from the graveyard, and then special summon from your deck a dinosaur monster with whose level is the same as the number of monsters. So
you could get out the good good one.
Thresia, and be able to just kind of get another play going.
That's cool.
But yeah, so that's our dino stuff. So more of the 2 more monsters we have in here. We've got 3 wannabe.
Let me tell y'all something about this card. Every time he resolved this card, he won the game against me. He got judgment off of it probably every time.
Yeah. It's an amazing card for trap-based decks.
Card is awesome.
It's essentially prosperity for traps in a sense. You get to so either end phase, you can send it from your hand to the graveyard. You get to excavate number of cards that equals your opponent's unused spell or trap zones, and then you get to if any of them are trapped, you get to set it. But yeah, this thing is just wild for trap-based decks.
Awesome.
Then, of course, like I said, we did Dragoons. So we've got Dark Magician, Red Eyes Black Dragon, and Red Eyes Wyvern.
Is that the starter deck, Red Eyes?
I'm not sure.
Sure is. Starter deck Joey.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Sure is.
The OG. But yeah, so of course these are just to use off your Red Eyes Fusion. Game 1, my first round, this stayed stuck to my hand. I was so mad.
That's the worst.
Yeah, and then of course this you use in tandem with your Red Eyes Inside to be able to get to your Red Eyes Fusion. But that is it for the monsters. So we'll go to spells. So first
it's crazy you did so much with so few monsters.
Oh yeah, this deck is just amazing. Got 3 Pot of Duality, 3 Fossil Dig, and then of course, like I said, we're doing Dragoons, so...
What's the card under Fossil Dig?
Oh, sorry, that's where the other one went. Sorry, we got
all good.
2 Red Eyes Insight, and 2, the card that makes you an asshole. Red Eyes Fusion, So of course, the duality. Yes, I know they're all different rarities. No, I don't care.
How did you feel about duality? Because when I watched your deck profile previously, I was like, why would he play that in there? Because you can't special summon. And then I realized
you're doing it all on your opponent's
just
turn.
doing it the next turn, so who cares?
Main phase 3, baby. But yeah, so
Main
just
phase 3.
really good in here. Fossil Dig.
Yeah.
Of course, it can either get to your miscellaneous source or to your Theresia to help get stuff started. Insight, use this to send the Wyvern to the graveyard in order to get to the fusion. And then the fusion, you basically use that to get out your Dragoon. The only downside is you can't like summon at all after you use this, but it's Dynamorphia. You're doing all that in your opponent's turn.
Yeah, main phase 3. I really like that. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's it for spells. So traps. So
Okay.
for the Dynamorphia traps, we've got 3 copies of Dynamorphia Frenzy,
Nuts.
3 copies of Dynamorphia Domain, 3 copies of Dynamorphia Intact, and 1 copy of Dynamorphia Alert. So Frenzy is the best. These 2 are your fusion things. So Frenzy, you pay half your life points. Pretty much all of these you're paying half your life points for cost. And then you get to use a Dynamorphia from your main deck and a Dynamorphia from your extra deck in order to, this is basically going to get into your boss monster, Dynamorphia Rexter.
Being able to fuse from main deck is absurd.
Then it's also got an effect where you can banish it from the graveyard in order to shield yourself from effect damage for a turn.
That's pretty good. We got a burn player here.
The only downside is that this can only be activated during your opponent's turn, during your opponent's main phase. Domain can be activated during either main phase. It's kind of Frenzy, but worse. This requires monsters from either your hand, field, or the main deck. So you won't be able to go into Rex turn with this, but you will be able to go into your Kindregina, which can help you get into your Rex turn. 3 of Intact, essentially Solemn Strike for Dynamorphias. You pay half for cost, and then if you have a Dynamorphia on the field and your opponent activates a monster effect, use this to negate the effect and destroy the card.
He used this card against me to stop a very crucial effect Veiler, and that and the Judgment won him the game. It was amazing.
And then also, 2, like I said, both of these you can banish from graveyard in order to shield yourself from effect damage. This one you can banish from the graveyard to shield yourself from battle damage for 1 battle.
I like the design on the foil ones, the fusion ones, because it just prevents people from cheesing wins out of you because you're paying half so much.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then Dynamorphia Alert, this didn't come up at all today. It basically allows you to pay half, and then you can special summon 2 Dynamorphia monsters whose levels together equal 8. So you usually get your 3s and your Diplos out of the graveyard. This mainly uses to mainly have are A, just to give you some cushion if you need like something guard you from being hit, or B, if you want to do a fusion but most of your stuff is stuck in the graveyard, use that to get it out, do another fusion.
Sounds good.
Yep, but I'll go ahead and get these out of the way because we got more traps to talk about. This is a very trap heavy deck. So we've got 2 copies of Ferret Flames.
That card is awesome. I remember that from back in the day. I really like it.
Yeah. 3 copies of Soul of the Supreme King.
Nuts.
And 3 copies of Solemn Judgment.
That's the no.
Yep, the ultimate God says no.
We love Judgment.
But yeah, so Ferret Flames, it's just a board clearer. Dynamorphia is all about lowering your own life points to do horrible, horrible things. And so basically your opponent's monsters that are that their attacks are higher than your life points just eats them right back to the deck. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't come in the clutch. Soul of the Supreme King. So you pay half and it gets the Zark out. And then negates Zark's effect, so it can't use any of its crazy things. But the point of having it out is that you can, if your opponent dares to activate a spell while this is in the graveyard and Zark is on the field, you can banish it from the graveyard and Zark from the field in order to get out like monsters that are like Synchro Dragon, Pendulum Dragon, Fusion Dragon, Xyz Dragon, which, you know, for this deck was either Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon or Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, just to be able to just like have more obstacles for your opponent to go through. And then Judgment is Judgment.
Judgment is Judgment.
Yeah.
Best counter trap.
Yep, it's just crazy. But yeah, so that's the main deck. And
How'd you like it? Would you change anything?
No Dragoon package. Like I said, it just had some fun with it, but I don't know, it just didn't go work as well as I wanted to. There is some stuff in my extra deck that is a little side deck dependent, so I'd like to go in the side deck first. If that's okay. All right, so for side deck,
I remember you telling me after our round, you were like, "I've sided this out."
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, I started the package.
Yeah.
The Dragoon
The Dragoon
package.
package.
A good bit. 3 nib,
Good stuff.
3 evenly.
He hosed me with evenly, man.
3 super poly because format right now, board breakers are critical.
Absolutely.
And then also 3 Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit because 10 pie is a thing, like bye Singing Summoning. And then 1 Feather Duster and 2 Lightning Storm because, again, Singing Summoning is a thing.
That is a very clean side deck.
Yeah, it just has a lot of things that come into clutch. So, yeah, I was happy with it. It really didn't come up today at all. Neither did the Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit or these, but these two definitely helped. The Super Poly and the Evenly. But yeah, that is side. So we'll.
It's just so well built.
Yeah, thank you. And then we'll go into extra. All right, so for extra, we'll start off with the Dynamorphias. We've got the boss monster, Dinomorphia Rex Term. 3 of Dynamorphia Kentragina.
Both of those on the board together are crazy. They're good individually, but man, dude, I didn't know.
And then 2 of Dynamorphia Stealthbergia. So Rex Term, like I said, your boss monster is essentially skill drain on legs. So basically, if your opponent's monsters that their life points are equal to or greater than your life points, they don't get to activate their effects. And then it also has another nasty effect. You pay half your life for cost, and it makes all of your opponent's monsters' attacks equal to your life points.
Rude.
So then it can just take these like beat sticks and just lower them down to little chihuahua puppies. It's nuts. Kentragina, like I said, technically has 4,000 attack, but its attack becomes that minus what your life points are, so you can end up with like 3,500, 3,750. It gets crazy. And then it also
paying half all the time, you end up with those weird duelist kingdoms.
Yeah, you get with the let me get my calculator real quick numbers. But yeah, so this also has a nice ability. You pay half, and it gets to banish a Dynamorphia trap from your graveyard, and it copies its effects. So you could do like another fusion to go into your Rex Term or whatever else. You could use the intact again to just say no to another effect. It's pretty crazy. Stealthbergia right here, it is mainly a name, but under the right circumstances, this card can actually win you games. This didn't come up at all tonight, but one of the things it is while it's on the field, you do not have to pay life point effects for traps or for Dynamorphia effects. So if you get down to that weird Dynamorphia thing where you're like, like if you played Solemn Strike in a deck, you could have this on the thing and still activate it even when you're below 1,500. Or if you get down to where you're at like a 1 life point and you can't technically have that, but you have this on the field, you can just keep doing your weird Dynamorphia stuff.
Yes.
And also too, it has a nice little effect where if it's on the field and your opponent activates a monster effect, you can force your opponent to take damage equal to that monster's attack.
Whoa.
So yeah, if they dare to like do something crazy from the hand, damage right there.
That's good on the clock.
Yep. But yeah, so those are the Dynamorphia extra deck monsters. We also have the ultimate a-hole, Dragoon.
The package is so big, but actually when you drop it, it's a pretty big bitch to deal with.
Yeah, it's like the only downside is the Dragoon package gets completely folded in ash. But yeah, you can but yeah, you get him out, like it just makes things a lot more difficult for your opponent. We've got 1 Zark, of course you get that off the Soul of the Supreme King, and then the 2 things off it, 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, 1 Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. You don't get both of them out. You can only get one of them out off of Soul of the Supreme King's effect. This, if it's like earlier in the game or whatever, you're a little more worried about monster effects, but like if your points are like really low, you've got Rex Term out, this one protects you from spells.
They're both pretty good. I like them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just really good stuff.
It was hard to play out of that stuff.
Yeah. And then, like I said, we are running Super Poly in side decks. So we've got our Super Poly targets right here, Garura and Mud Dragon. And then also to round out SP and Typhon. SP is SP, Typhon is Typhon.
Amazing.
No explanation needed. But yeah, so
They look pretty good to me.
yeah, so that is the deck.
Well, I appreciate you giving me a deck profile and being on my channel. And again, we are both doing a giveaway. We got to figure out what we're giving away, but subscribe to him, Chaotic Neutral YGO, and we'll see you in the next one. Don't be late.